Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. First match again back at the Group E, so the bottom left. We have two titans. Woohoo! Spright versus Zoodiac. Oh man, this matchup again, both are, I kind of think very similar. As we saw, you know, from both main decks is that they have like one, very simple core engine, Zoodiac versus Spright, obviously, but they have so much room for other stuff, and I'm looking at more so hand traps, so that's where I guess both decks are very similar. Then again, like which deck has the advantage? I honest, and this is no spoiler, far from. I'm looking at the right corner here, is that I definitely could agree, and also reading from the comments in the community tab, that Spright should have the advantage over Zoodiac. I'm reading, you know, stuff from the extra, at least the side deck as well. I can definitely agree, but then again, like Zoodiac is strong, has multiple hand traps, including Maxi. Maxi is also there, plus Norden, so much shenanigans, plus going first. I guess it's important for both decks, but again, both decks can definitely go second. Then again, Spright, and as you see, Spright is definitely the deck that I guess, when it's like going second, might have like maybe a slighter bigger advantage compared to Zoodiac because of this, because of, you know, Nibiru. And I think Zoodiac is able, well, you know, you can't really play around Nip, or, you know, you can just end on Trident Pass. That's kind of okay-ish if you have like the perfect backup with multiple hand traps, you know, just Trident their normal summon. That's strong against Spright. But if not, and as you see, or you'll be seeing, you know, throughout the next duels, I keep in the Fusion Substitute engine, because, you know, the chances of there that if they don't have Nibiru, you know, you can force out more hand traps, get potential more draws, so that's why, you know, I still keep those in. But here the Nip was just far too much. No protection as well, so no Solemn Brigade or whatever, and I think this is more than enough to attack for a game. Already had like damage in? I think so. Oh yeah, because of Instant Fusion, and that makes it so that it's more than enough. So okay, game number 2. 1-0 behind, and this could have turned out really badly. Again, one Ashe, game over, I guess, right? Well, game over, okay, Maxi is still there, my Ashe is still there, so, but you know what I mean, right? Like, no follow-up play, if, you know, your opponent would, like, Ashe Blossom your Barrage. So, again, very similar, I guess, very similar to the first game, again, getting nipped. This time, I do have the follow-up play with Instant Fusion, but alright, DD Crow, and that's also a big difference compared to the Zoodiac deck, as you know, DD Crow is superb against Zoodiac, especially against the Fusion sub-build. But Maxi is there, the one of Maxi, I think, and the Ashe. But yeah, kind of like a dilemma. Maybe what I could have done here, and that might have been the better play, let my opponent commit. Because now I'm left with only one draw, but I draw a Barrage though. But again, like honest, one Zoodiac would be good in this situation. So, no hand traps, so I was like, okay, I'm still in the duel, maybe a couple of crows, like, in the back of that hand over there. So I opt to... Wasn't I able to go for Shakanin? I'm not so sure. Or is... Oh, I think I wanted to keep myself under Nibiru, I think. I'm not so sure, I should recount that. So anyway, okay, yeah, the Imperm again getting negated by, or, you know, by Ram, because again, Ram is attached. Some other place, I guess in the long run, you know, keeping the, whatchamacallit, Ram attached could have been important for another Imperm. But I don't think it mattered too much. So again, another Barrage top deck, so fantastic top deck. And here, I don't think, again, I'm not committing into Nibiru unless I make a miscount. But I don't think that's the case. So again, double Trident should be enough. You can, you know, pop their normal summon. And if they have starter, hit the starter monster. So again, double Trident, that's fantastic. The, what is it, Smashers is forced out, but again, that was a super weak Smashers. Sacrificing your card, your Spright name, I guess, in your hand. So this should be my duel. Normal summon Thoroughblade, and this should be more than enough. Yups. The Maxi wasn't really needed, but, you know, it was there just in case. Okay, that's cool. So okay, 1-1. Again, both side deck and Zoodiac should be going first. Yeah. So pot of prosperity right off the bat, only for 3. So that's kind of like that's kind of like a tell that, you know, the Spright hand is kind of strong, but we see now it's actually not that strong, especially if you get ashed. But what is it? There is one star. Okay, there's one starter set. So, okay, I get buried. Okay, that's fine. No, actually not. But, no, you know, no follow-up play. But, you know, both board wipes could come in handy. But this could, you know, turn out really badly in the long run. So, the normal summon Swap Frog being top deck, actually one of the best top decks, I guess. And here, I was expecting the, was it the, yeah, display. So that's why, you know, I didn't, you know, want to, want to ogre the swap. Then again, it could have been, did it matter? It could have mattered because, you know, we could tell there was like no follow-up play, right? That the Swap Frog was top decked. Anyway, so Norden is getting gated by Bell. You don't see that interaction every day. So Norden is sent to the graveyard, and again, top deck wars. And it could work either way. Then again, I feel Zoodiac is much better in top decking. Then again, the Spright deck can top deck Beaver, and Beaver is this. That's probably game, but we'll see. So another barrier, but again, I can keep my Zoodiac monster on board and hope that there is no top deck. But speaking of Beaver, and the Beaver is top deck, and that's big. That's really, really big. So another Gigantic is the field, and this is, I guess, full Spright combo. Thing here now is that I think there were two ways. You could definitely go for another swap and, you know, keep it like that and go for Toad, Elf Toad, I guess. Then again, I'm not so sure. I don't think the Spright engine was live. So, like, well, then again, during my turn, you would probably reborn Toad. But the thing is, I side deck in Kaijus, I side deck in board wipes, and I think I went second. No? Because I see my board... then again, I think I kept in the board wipes. Because, you know, I side decked in everything that I want. So here, double board wipe. Oh, like the most ideal situation here. You know, situation. So normal summon the Zoodiac, get Call Bite on Tiger Mortar trying to attach the red in graveyard. So again, no, you know, multiple, or because, no, I already used my normal summon, so no Exceed. Or at least no rank 4 Exceed, no Emerald. But this should be more than enough, no? You have Trident, the Brawl Bull is returned. And yeah, Trident hits the normal summon, so this should be more than enough. And another Barrage, so that's really cool. I think we know the card in hand being Elf, being Jet, right? I think so. I think it was searched out. So I think we can commit into Nibiru. Yeah, I think we know that. So go for Emerald, try to use the effects and back Norden, you know, potentially search my, you know, Fusion Substitute, etc., etc. Draw Cyclone, which was also side-decked in, by the way. So again, I'm not so sure the Kaijus are there. I can't remember. But here in this case it's not going to matter. So Northern Reborns, one of the Whiptails, go for Emerald, reset on my engine, make it so that I definitely need at least one Mortar to, you know, make sure that I can go for a game. Yep, there it is. So Mortar equipping the Thoroughblade, I guess? Yes, and this is more than enough. So Zoodiac is leading, but this was a really, really clutch game. It could have maybe gone a little bit differently if Toad hit the field earlier, but then again you had no Spright engine, so potential Kaijus, you know, that, I mean, it is what it is. Double board wipe definitely helped out. Okay, game number 4. Go second, and one Ash. That's terrible. Only one. I guess you could Ash here. I Ash on starter. Yeah. Thing is that starter is going to net you, I guess, red or either carrot. Red probably. Because you know, you don't have to fear Imperm against this deck and potentially Ghost Ogre, right? So okay, yeah, red probably would have hit the field. But this is, I guess, the perfect board. You have Masquerina plus Toad for potential double negation, at least one negation. There is no starter, potential hand traps. Do we know blue? I'm not so sure. Was it searched? Again, I can't remember, but again, that Masquerina, fantastic, because again, Masquerina, Unicorn, and keeping your normal summon, or preventing Zoodiac from keeping their normal summon on field, probably should be the game, unless, you know, one of those 3 barrages, but, you know, Toad is there. So this was an easy victory for Spright. So this means we are going into a 5-gamer, game number 5. Access code Darker hits the field. Yeah, this is more than enough to deck for game. So now Zoodiac going first. So I'm not so sure. I think I kept in my board wipes. And I didn't side deck in anti-spell. Seemed like pointless, I guess. Potential evenly matched from them as well. And I also kept in the fusion substitute engine, because, you know, there is like Terror Top that could potentially, you know, give me so much advantage, still play into Nibiru, and if they nip, I can still have my normal summon from that. So that's why I kept it in there. An Ash Blossom connects on Barrage. So okay, that's maybe a bit awkward. Man, awkward. I don't know, like Thoroughblade was my play, you know, Thoroughblade discarding Red Spear and go from there. So I guess the edge is definitely justified. Yeah, I guess so. So Mortar hits the field. Am I going to equip something? Why am I... Oh, I need another level 4 in Graveyard. So here in this case, I probably should be going for an Emerald. Again, giving me more draws, potentially hoping, you know, drawing Strikes or the Solemns. Or the Solemns in general, or more hand traps. But now, only one interruption for the normal summon and Ash. Like, in most situations, that should be enough. That should be enough, right? So hit Beaver and then pop Beaver afterwards. Ah, but swap discarding Beaver. Ah, okay, so the normal summon, or at least more sprites were there, right? And here in this case, yeah, Zeus hits, Zeus connects. I'm not so sure. Earlier, was it needed to summon here? I should, you know, rewind it, but was it really needed to summon red? Maybe. Yeah, maybe because of, you know, those hand traps, but was it really needed? Special summon for search? Maybe, yeah, maybe. Okay, so yeah, this is again very strong. So there is, I think, something, you know, going to the battle phase, forced out Elf Reborn's red. There is still a chance, try to activate, you know, Whiptail in hand and, you know, try to banish red on field with Whiptail's effect attaching to Trident. Trident uses its pop effect, try to hit Toad, no monsters on board, and, you know, I can just Raigeki their board away. Problem though here is that, okay, I do have a hand trap, but we know the Beaver was there because, you know, it was attached or, you know, searched or added back from the Toad. And now I'm faced with the dilemma. I can ash this. I could have ashed Beaver, but again, the Ronin banned for a reason. This is why it was banned. I think it didn't really matter, because both engines were live either way. You know, Gigantic Spright into Elf, etc. So some damage. Depends on the extra deck, right, from Zoodiac, I think. Oh, whatchamacallit, the Spright that boosts, you know which one I mean. In this case, it doesn't really matter, right? You have Smashers that was searched out, you have Masquerina to bounce back, into Unicorn to bounce back, another normal summon, right? Another Zoodiac main, plus Terror Top as well, so fantastic, like multiple, you know, follow a place, but that those beavers were just so strong in combination or in conjunction with Toad. That was just far too powerful. So I think in the long run we have a deserved winner, but it could have turned out either way. So both decks were very similar in power level. So it is what it is. Next matchup we have Jin Necros versus Monarchs. Ooh. So yeah, let me know which deck is going to take this one. Guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Signing out. Peace.